Evening, everybody. It's 6:10 on the 12th of December, and this is your closing comment. It is video number 1576. It was really an interesting day. Um, First of all, there were three deals. The Toma Bravo deal for COUP, COUP, uh, and this morning it was trading at around 78.80, and that's right around where it closed. 78.65, up 16.56, or 26% on the $81 bid for Coupa. Another one, Amgen buying Horizon. We talked about Horizon last week when it was back. I want to say it was probably um, around 100. Uh, Fell back a little, and the deal there, it closed at 105, pardon me, 112.05, up 15, and that deal is for 27.8 billion. And it doesn't look like much of a premium, but last Wednesday the stock was 100, up 21. So from 79 or 80 up here, that's a pretty nice deal. Weber. This one is real. Oh, by the way, Amgen was weaker on it. The shareholders really didn't like it. And this morning, it was down 640. But it managed to come all the way back to close down only $1.87. So that's still a pretty nice improvement, and it did close closer to the high than the low. Okay, Weber. Weber is an $8.05 deal, which is interesting, and I'll tell you why. Um, this company in 2010 was bought by the same people who are doing this deal. They bought the company for 215 million. I think 150 million was debt. So their total was 215 million. And when the company went public again, they sold it. It opened at 14. They only sold a small piece of it, but at that point, it was worth 4.17 billion. So they did the deal at 14, and now they're buying it back yet again at $8.05. So, if you think about them as traders, um, they bought it cheap, they shorted it by taking it public when the market was right, and now they've covered their short at 8, and they get a company. So, pretty interesting. Orcl had good earnings. They beat. The stock is 83.30, and that's up 202 or 4%. And a little one that I forgot to I mentioned it actually the other day, but I wanted to get back to it. AMAM. And Ambrx is a breast cancer treatment. They had really solid results from it in a phase 2 trial. The stock was 79 cents. On Friday, it closed at $4.54, up from $4.13. Pretty nice, 1,000%. Today, if you look at it and you see the chart, it looks like $2.56, down $1.85 or 43%. But really, nothing to be concerned about, considering it was a 79-cent stock a week ago. Also, APVO. This is another biotech. It closed on Friday at $3.47. It opened at $6.89 today, traded as high as $7.20, came all the way back in and closed at 392, up 45 cents or 12%. But, uh, you know, this is another drug company with another trial for leukemia, and it's successful. I have no idea why the stock came in so hard. Maybe they announced a deal or something to raise more money. No clue. Tomorrow we have CPI, core CPI, small business optimism. Clearly, the CPI number is the most important. I did a single contract strangle buying the S&P, buying the 402 calls and the 392 puts. The total cost was $5.02, and I'm just trying to see which way it goes. I think it will be big one way or the other. So just something to do to stay busy. The Dow was up 528 and change, 1.7%, and it was 29 to 1. 29 stocks up, one stock down, that stock being Amgen, on the basis of that deal. And even that was only down single digits, as I mentioned, and that just pared $12 off the Dow. The biggest movers on the upside, we had Home Depot up 49, we had Microsoft up 46. These are Dow points, not net changes. Boeing up 45, UNH up 43. So you get the general idea. What was interesting to me here was that the advanced declines were only just under 2 to 1. And on the NASDAQ, which was also up 1% in the quarter, 139 points, they were only 1.4 to 1. Volume, however, did expand to 4.7, which is a fairly healthy jump from the 4.2 that it was on Friday. What was interesting also to me was the fact that even though the market was up, the VIX was up too. And not only was it up, but it was up substantially. It closed at 25, up 217 or 9.5%. Probably just people, you know, writing against positions ahead of the CPI number tomorrow. And the S&P was up 56, the Russell was up 2196, and the biggest winner of the day was the Dow Jones Transports, up 417.22 or 3.03. Chart on the screen is the dollar. Very quiet today. It was lower overnight, managed to go back to the upside, up 30 cents and over 105 again. Oil was up $2.15 at 73.17. The gold was down 18, below 1800 again, 1792.30. The silver was down 30 cents at 23.40. Bitcoin was up 80. It was actually it's actually gotten kind of quiet again. And it was down about 250, so 250 to up 80, not really much of anything. The bonds were down a quarter, and I might mention that they did a 10-year note today, and Rick Santelli was saying that performance was poor. There was not a lot of demand. And on top of that, the 2-year was up, I think, 5 basis points, and the 10-year was up 4 basis points. So the inversion got another dollar worse today. Nat gas was up 34 cents at 6.58. I wasn't crazy about the close, but I'll let it go another day because we're so profitable in the trade. It actually had traded at 7.06 this morning, so that was 48 cents higher. It still closed up on the day, but we'll have to see what it looks like in the morning. All right, everyone. Have a good evening. Hope everyone had a